Before I take you deep into this rare message, I want you to pause for a moment. If you know you are a chosen one, if you feel something inside of you stirring while the world misunderstands you, then listen closely. This channel is built for you. So, before we even start, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because the truth I'm about to share is not for the masses. It's for the rare, the set apart, the 2% who will hear these words and know in their spirit, this is me now. Let's begin. You've probably noticed your life doesn't look like anyone else's. You can't fit into the mold, no matter how hard you try. While other people move in groups, build easy friendships, and chase worldly things, something inside of you feels detached, like you're watching from the outside. You may have tried to silence it, to blend in, to ignore the calling, but it never leaves you. Why? Because the truth is, you were marked before birth. You were not chosen at random. Something about your spirit carries weight, a glow, a vibration, that makes you stand out even when you wish to be invisible. And that's the rare truth. Not everyone will understand you, but those who feel this message in their bones know they are not like the others. Chosen one, let me explain something that's been happening in your life. You've experienced rejection, haven't you? People who once claimed to love you suddenly turned cold. Friends you trusted walked away. Even family treated you like an outsider. At first, it felt personal. You thought you did something wrong. But listen, this is bigger than you. They didn't reject you because of who you are on the surface. They rejected what you carry inside. Your spirit makes demons tremble. Your very presence disturbs the darkness in others. They don't even know why they treat you the way they do, but their spirit knows. That's why this message isn't for everyone. Most people would laugh it off, mock it, or scroll past it. But not you. You've seen the signs. You've felt the attacks. You've noticed that the harder you try to live like everyone else, the more the universe blocks your path. You're not meant for average. You're meant for destiny. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine walking into a room. You say nothing. You don't try to stand out. Yet eyes turn. Whispers follow. Some people are drawn to you without explanation, while others instantly dislike you. Why does this happen? Because your aura cannot be hidden. The chosen carry an energy that disrupts environments. Light cannot be ignored in darkness. And whether people realize it or not, they are responding to the force within you. This is why you've been isolated. Why you feel lonely. Why nothing ever quite fits. Because you are being prepared. Preparation always looks like separation. The reason only 2% will understand this message is because not everyone can endure the process of being set apart. Most people crave acceptance. Most people can't handle being misunderstood. But you, though it hurts, though you cry in silence, though you sometimes wish you could just be normal, you are still standing. You haven't quit. And that is proof of who you are. The world doesn't realize how much you've endured in silence. Nights where you prayed for answers, mornings where you woke up exhausted, questioning why you had to carry so much pain. Relationships that drained you, betrayals that cut deep, moments where you almost gave up. But still, something in you refuses to break. That something is the mark of the chosen. The rare 2% who survive storms, not meant to be survived. Now listen carefully. When you are chosen, opposition is guaranteed. You don't just face human problems. You face spiritual warfare, attacks in your dreams, sudden waves of heaviness, strange resistance that seems to appear every time you're about to rise higher. Does that sound familiar? It should, because it means the enemy recognizes your power even before you fully do. Demons know you. They see the light on you. They know your name. And that is why your life has never been easy. Because easy roads don't create chosen warriors. Think back. Over your life, how many times have you survived things that should have destroyed you? Think about how many people tried to break you, yet here you are, listening to this rare message. Do you realize how much strength that reveals? Most people would have folded under half of what you endured. But the chosen carry resilience, and that resilience is not natural. It's divine. But here's the part most people will never understand. Your struggles were not punishment. They were training. Training for the role only you can step into. Training for the purpose only you can fulfill. Chosen ones are refined in fire. Every rejection, every betrayal, every night of isolation was not to destroy you, but to strip away what didn't belong to you, to sharpen you, to awaken you, to force you to depend not on people, not on the world, but on the source that marked you from the beginning. And here's the secret. The very things that people mocked you for are the things that set you apart. Your sensitivity, that spiritual discernment, your inability to tolerate lies and fake people. That's the truth burning inside you. Your loneliness, that's your call to higher purpose. The world can't define you because you were never made for this world's definition of success. You are here to shift atmospheres, to carry light into places of darkness, to fulfill a mission that most can't even comprehend. That's why only 2% will resonate with this message, because the majority are still asleep, still chasing illusions, still trying to blend into a system that was never meant to accept them, but not you. If your spirit is on fire as you hear these words, then you know this is for you. And I want you to remember this truth. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. You are being hidden, prepared, and sharpened for the moment when your light can no longer be ignored. The chosen walk a narrow road, but the narrow road leads to destiny. And this, right here, right now, is your confirmation. You are chosen, you are rare, and you are part of the 2% who understand what others never will. There's a reason people stare at you longer than they should. There's a reason strangers seem either magnetized toward you or immediately put off without knowing why. It's not just your looks, your walk, or the way you carry yourself. It's your energy. Chosen one, your energy speaks before you even open your mouth. You don't realize it, but when you step into a space, you shift the atmosphere. People feel something they can't explain. Some sense comfort in your presence. Others feel uncomfortable because your light reveals what they're trying to hide. That's why you've always been misunderstood. The truth is, your glow is not physical alone, it's spiritual. You shine because you've survived darkness most people couldn't survive. Pain carved you into who you are, and that's why you carry wisdom far beyond your years. It's why people come to you for advice, pour their hearts out to you, and leave saying, "I don't know why I just told you all of that." They don't understand it, but you do. Your spirit acts as a mirror. You reflect truth back at them, even when you say nothing at all. But here's where it gets difficult. The glow you carry attracts both good and bad. People who are aligned with your destiny will be drawn to you, but so will people who are jealous, envious, or even parasitic. You've probably noticed that. Some people cling to you not because they love you, but because they want to drain you. They take your kindness, your loyalty, your energy, and when you're empty, they vanish. That's not an accident. It's spiritual. Light attracts both those seeking warmth and those seeking to consume it. You've been targeted because of that glow. Think about it. The betrayals in your life, the relationships that crumbled, the sudden hate from people you barely knew. Do you really think all of that was coincidence? No. The glow you carry makes people see you as a threat. They can't put it into words, but deep down, they sense you are different, and that difference provokes them. Some try to compete with you, even when you never saw them as competition. Some spread lies about you, even when you did nothing but show them love. Others walk away without explanation, leaving you with unanswered questions. But here's the hidden truth. Their rejection is your protection. Every time someone left, it was making room for something greater. The universe, God, source, whatever name resonates with you, is pruning your life so that when your season comes, you are surrounded only by those who can handle your light. Because not everyone can. Some would misuse it, some would dim it. And the rare 2% understand that the loneliness you feel is not abandonment. It's divine preservation. Chosen one, let me ask you something. How many times have you felt like you were about to give up, but something inside you just wouldn't let you quit? That's not willpower alone. That's the hand of God holding you. The glow you carry is evidence that no matter how many storms you've endured, the fire within you cannot be put out. Others went through what you went through and never recovered. Yet you, even broken, even scarred, even tired, still carry light. That is supernatural. But here's what most people don't see. Behind your glow is pain. Behind your strength are nights of tears no one knows about. Behind your smile is a battle that most wouldn't survive. People see the shine, but they don't see the scars. They admire the crown, but don't understand the cross you had to carry to wear it. That's why only 2% will ever understand this rare message. Because to carry this kind of light, you first had to walk through darkness that almost destroyed you. And here's where things get even deeper. Your glow is not just for you, it's for those connected to your mission. Your survival wasn't accidental, it was necessary. Because one day, your story, your wisdom, your presence will guide others out of their darkness. You are a lighthouse, even if right now you feel like a flickering candle. And when the time comes, people will look back at the very wounds you thought disqualified you and realize that's where the light came from. So don't be surprised if people treat you differently. Don't be shocked when friends turn into strangers and strangers turn into enemies. The chosen walk a road paved with isolation. But that isolation is holy. It's building in you the strength to shine brighter than you ever imagined. And here's another truth. The glow you carry makes people watch you. Even when you don't notice it, eyes are on you. People study you, imitate you, sometimes even resent you, because you remind them of what they are not. They can sense that you are not pretending, that what you carry is real, and deep down, they wish they had it. But let me tell you something important. Never dim your light to make others comfortable. Don't shrink yourself to fit into spaces that can't handle your glow. You were not created to blend in. You were created to stand out. And standing out is painful, but it's also purposeful. The glow on you is divine confirmation that you are chosen. So if you've been wondering why you feel watched, why you feel drained, why you feel like your life is harder than most, this is why. Because you are carrying something rare, and rare things are always tested, always pressured, always set apart. But rare things are also priceless. chosen one. The glow you carry is proof of two things. 1. You survived what was meant to destroy you. 2. You are being prepared for what the world has not yet seen. That's why people notice you even when you try to stay hidden. That's why you feel misunderstood even in a crowd. That's why this message resonates in your soul. Because you are the rare 2%. And the glow you carry is not just light, it's prophecy. There's a reason your life has never felt normal. Chosen one, you've probably noticed that while others seem to breeze through life with fewer obstacles, your road has always been filled with detours, blockages, and betrayals. And you've asked yourself a million times, why me? Why is it that people who live carelessly, who hurt others, who don't care about truth or kindness, seem to prosper, while you, with your good heart, always seem to get the short end of the stick? The answer is hidden in your identity. You were chosen. To be chosen means you were marked before you were even born. It means there is a divine assignment on your life, one that requires testing, refining, and strengthening. You cannot walk an ordinary path because you were never meant for an ordinary destiny. What feels like punishment is actually preparation. What feels like rejection is divine redirection. And what feels like loss is spiritual training. Let's be real. You've faced battles that would have destroyed most people. Some of those battles weren't even physical, they were spiritual. Depression tried to swallow you whole. Anxiety tried to chain you. Poverty tried to convince you that you were worthless. Betrayal tried to break your trust in humanity forever. And let's not even mention the countless nights where you fought silent wars in your own mind. Yet, somehow, you're still here. You didn't just survive, you carried your light through it all. That's not coincidence, that's spiritual evidence. Chosen ones are attacked the most, not because they are weak, but because they are strong. Darkness knows who you are before you do. That's why the attacks started early, maybe even in childhood. Maybe your family misunderstood you. Maybe your friends turned on you. Maybe teachers, mentors, or people you admired treated you unfairly. It wasn't because you were unworthy. It was because the enemy could sense your worth before you could. Have you ever wondered why people mistreated you, even when you gave them no reason to? Why jealousy popped up in rooms where you were the most humble person present? Why betrayal came from people you trusted most? This is why your light threatened their shadows. Your potential triggered their insecurity. And the truth is, it wasn't really them. It was the spirit working through them, trying to distract, discourage, or destroy you before you stepped into your calling. Think about it. Every time you were on the edge of a breakthrough, something tried to pull you back. When you were about to rise, suddenly a storm hit. When you were finally happy, suddenly someone you loved turned on you. Those weren't accidents, they were tests, because chosen ones must be trained in fire. Diamonds are only formed under pressure. And your life, as hard as it has been, is shaping you into something unbreakable. But let's go deeper. The reason these tests come is not only because of who you are, but because of what you carry. Chosen ones carry wisdom, healing, vision, creativity, and leadership that the world desperately needs. You are a key to someone else's freedom, someone else's awakening, someone else's breakthrough. That's why the attacks are relentless. Because if you rise, others will rise with you. If you heal, others will heal through you. If you walk in your purpose, others will find theirs. And darkness cannot afford for that to happen. That's why your relationships have been tested. That's why your finances have been unstable. That's why your emotions have been up and down. Because if you lose faith, you lose focus. And if you lose focus, you can't carry out the mission. But here's the secret that only 2% of people truly understand. Every test you face is not to break you, but to build you. Your pain is a classroom. Your betrayals are lessons. Your loneliness is a refining fire. And the truth is, the chosen cannot be destroyed. Attacked, yes. Bruised, yes. Broken down for a season, yes. But destroyed, never. Because divine hands hold you even when you don't feel them. Think about the times you almost lost it all when you thought there was no way out. And then, at the very last moment, something shifted. A door opened. A person showed up. A message reached you right on time. That wasn't luck. That was divine orchestration. Protecting you because your mission is not finished yet. Here's what people don't understand. Chosen ones are often disguised as the broken, the outcast, the overlooked. People see you struggling and assume you've failed, but really, you're in training. They laugh at your setbacks, not realizing you're just being sharpened. They doubt your path, not realizing you're walking one they'll never comprehend. And let's not ignore this. Being chosen often feels like being cursed, because the weight is heavy. The misunderstandings are painful. The isolation is suffocating. You look around and wonder why you don't fit anywhere. Why no community truly embraces you. Why no one seems to understand your heart. But that's the mark of the chosen. You don't fit in because you were never meant to. Here's what I want you to remember. The very things that broke you are the things that made you glow. The very pain you thought disqualified you actually certified you. Your scars are your credentials. Your battles are your testimony. And when the time comes, everything you endured will serve as proof that you were chosen all along. So when people wonder why you walk differently, why you carry yourself with quiet strength, why your eyes hold both pain and wisdom, it's because you've fought battles they'll never know. You've been through storms they couldn't survive. And you emerged glowing, not because it was easy, but because you were chosen. And this is why, chosen one, only 2% of people will ever understand your journey. The rest will watch, judge, misunderstand, or envy. But the rare few who see you, who truly understand the weight of being chosen, will recognize the same fire in themselves. And when you find them, you'll realize you were never truly alone. Just rare, chosen one. Let's get real. All the pain, the loneliness, the heartbreak, the misunderstandings, they were never random. They were never meaningless. They were divinely orchestrated to bring you into alignment with the path you were always meant to walk. You see, being chosen isn't about recognition. It isn't about glory. It isn't even about being special in the way the world thinks of special. Being chosen is about responsibility. It means carrying wisdom when others collapse under confusion. It means carrying light into places so dark that even the strong run away. It means being the one that life broke into pieces, not so you could remain broken, but so you could learn how to build again and then teach others how to rebuild. To think about it, every time you were rejected, it stripped away what you thought you needed so you could realize what you truly carry within. Every time you were betrayed, it taught you discernment. Every time you were overlooked, it humbled you and built patience. Every time you lost something you thought you couldn't live without, it forced you to realize that your true source was never external. It was always within and above. This is the secret. The glow that people see in you now. The energy they can't explain, the aura that makes them stare, isn't something you bought, copied, or faked. It's the light forged through survival. It's the shine of someone who walked through hell but refused to bow. That glow is pain alchemized into wisdom. It's sorrow transformed into strength. It's rejection converted into resilience. Why, when you walk into a room, people notice? They don't even know why. They just feel something different. But here's the truth. They don't know that glow came at a price. Nobody sees the nights you cried alone. Nobody sees the countless times you begged for answers. Nobody sees the versions of you that died in silence so the current you could live. Nobody sees the prayers that went unanswered, the dreams that were delayed, the people you had to let go even when your heart screamed to hold on. And yet, this is the hidden beauty. Chosen ones glow, not in spite of their pain, but because of it. Your scars became your shine. Your losses became your lessons. Your weakness became your wisdom. That is the truth behind the glow people notice but don't understand. Now, let's go deeper. Being chosen means your life is not just about you. It's about the countless souls connected to you. The ones who will rise because you refused to stay down. The ones who will heal because you chose to heal. The ones who will discover their own strength because they watched you walk in yours. That's why your journey has been so heavy, because you're not carrying just your destiny, but the ripple effect of everyone who will be touched by your light. This is why chosen ones are so isolated. If you were always surrounded by voices, opinions, and comfort, you'd never hear the divine whispers guiding you. You'd never sharpen your discernment. You'd never learn how to trust your own spirit. That loneliness, it was divine classroom time. That rejection, it was clearing the stage so you could finally hear the truth. And now you're at a turning point. The attacks, they shaped you. The betrayals, they gave you wisdom. The delays, they prepared you. The isolation, it revealed you. Now, the glow that people are noticing is a signal. You're stepping into the season of purpose. What was hidden is being revealed. What was crushed is about to blossom. What was delayed is about to unfold. But don't be mistaken. This next season won't make sense to everyone. Some people will misunderstand your glow. Some will envy it. Some will doubt it. That's because they don't know what it cost. But here's the truth. You don't need them to know. You don't need validation. You don't need applause. Because the chosen aren't confirmed by people. They're confirmed by destiny. And destiny is already unfolding. Chosen one, you are rare. Only 2% of people will ever understand your path. And that's exactly how it's meant to be. Because chosen ones are not made to be understood by the majority. They're made to lead, to inspire, to shift, to awaken. That's why you've been through storms. That's why you've been alone. That's why you've been tested beyond what most could survive. Because when you rise, and you will rise, you won't just rise for yourself. You'll rise as proof to others that it's possible. You'll rise carrying the wisdom, scars, and light that can only be forged in fire. You'll rise with the authority of someone who has truly lived what others only talk about. And that's why the message you're hearing right now is not for everyone. It's for the 2%. The ones who have ears to hear. The ones who recognize themselves in these words. The ones who know deep down that they were never ordinary. So hear me clearly. Your glow is the result of survival. And your survival is the proof that destiny cannot be denied. You are chosen, and it's time to step fully into it, because the world doesn't need more copies. It doesn't need more noise. It doesn't need more people pretending to be something they're not. What it desperately needs is the real light bearers. The ones who walked through fire and came out glowing. The ones who endured and now inspire. The ones who carry truth in a world drowning in lies. That's you, the rare one, the chosen one. The one carrying a glow that isn't surface level. It's spiritual, it's eternal, and it's undeniable. So when people notice your glow but don't understand it, don't be discouraged, smile, because they're right about one thing: you are different. And the truth is, only a chosen one could ever carry what you've carried, and still shine the way you do. You're not cursed, you're crowned. You're not broken, you're built. You're not alone, you're rare. And the rare are never meant to blend in, they're meant to stand out.